Spotify has made my life like so easy because I pay a monthly subscription and I get access to this huge catalog of information or of music. And I know at least music producers who produce their own music and they own their own masters of their music that actually make decent money off of Spotify, right? And so they don't, it almost sideswipes the whole issue of, are people sharing this information, are they pirating this information? Because it's actually harder to pirate it. It takes more work to pirate it than it does to pay the $10 a month and get access to all of this stuff. So I think the solution is not more laws and not more crackdowns, but actually coming up with new models that encourage and promote creativity. So we are at, we're getting close to the time where we were going to just sort of do some networking and talking outside of this. I actually brought something with to give you guys something that we could do that would sort of activate us and give us an opportunity to do something right now. So what I brought with, and this is an optional activity, but if you're interested, you can. I brought, and actually, would somebody mind passing? Oh, go ahead, Liz.
Do you want her to talk after?
Oh, can we just? We didn't get a chance for your questions. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make your announcement, and then we'll transition.
This is Sheila, and she's going to talk to us about some voting rights issues for just a moment.
Yeah, come on up, Sheila.
Yeah, I'm Sheila Golden, and I'm part of an ACLU group. The ACLU has a campaign called Let People Vote, which it's currently pursuing, and there are a lot of different volunteer groups of us throughout the state and throughout the city, and we're working on different issues relating to voting. One issue that my group is working on has to do with how secure Oregon's elections are. We all know that the Oregon model is considered highly secure and highly successful. It's considered practically the gold standard. So it sort of surprised me several months ago to find out that there is a vulnerability point at it, and that's the use of optical scanners to count votes. I thought that paper ballots were being counted, literally physically counted by optical scanners and then tabulated and so forth. But found out that that's actually not the case for most of the optical scanners that we use in this state, which are produced by something called Clear Ballot. Instead, they take pictures, they take digital pictures of both sides of the ballot, and then they count the digitalized images. They don't count the actual votes. So that's one problem with the optical scanner. The other problem is, as far as I can understand this, optical scanners, although they're not online when they tabulate, they are programmed prior to being online with the appropriate data so that they know how to recognize who or what is on the ballot and scan it and so forth like that. And the programming is something like a cartridge or a SIM card being inserted into the optical scanner, but this cartridge has been programmed on a computer, on a network computer. And during the time that cartridge is in the network computer, all kinds of intentional or unintentional problems can happen, all kinds of tampering. For example, it can be deliberately programmed with malware, which can be unloaded, onto the optical scanner. So it emerged that optical scanners are really not that much safer than any other computerized device, and yet people think of them, I know I did, as being really pretty much safe as counters. So when I found this out, and when others in my group found this out, we became kind of disturbed because it really does jeopardize how secure our vote is in this state. And we decided we would try to do something about it. And we have looked into it, and it seems as if the people who are interested in this field, who are computer scientists who do work on voting and voting integrity, recommend something called a mandatory audit, in which there is a count, some kind of count against the tabulation of the optical scanner, and then it's compared. And there's ways of doing these audits that are relatively small scale and not that expensive. They're called risk limiting audits. But these are the recommendations for the ways to really check the reliability of what our system is. And we've decided that we would like to have something like that in Oregon. We've contacted one representative, one senator in the state legislature, and that's Senator Frederick. And he is interested in this issue, and he's interested in introducing a bill in the 2019 session that would require mandatory audits. But what our group is doing at this moment is gathering as much information and data as we can about what is the problem with optical scanners. Most people think, as I did, that optical scanners are relatively safe and no problem. So we are in the process of trying to get information so that we will submit a request for a bill to the state legislature via Senator Frederick. But one of our main points that we really need to make is what's wrong with optical scanners? Do they have any vulnerabilities, and what are they? And I'm doing some research on my own, and so are some other people in the group, and we are coming up with a few things. There's some good things out there. But I really feel like we need a whole lot of evidence-based data to submit to Senator Frederick, because that is going to be our number one way of convincing skeptical people in the legislature that this is something that's necessary. They think, why do we need this? What's wrong with an optical scanner? And we have to be able to give them a very strong answer. So what I'm here to ask you tonight, the people among you who are the tech people, is, are you at all interested in helping us doing this research? You know, we would like to have citations, studies, citations, anything that's really evidence-based, you know, preferably from computer science people, that we can submit to Senator Frederick and that he can submit to the legislature to prove to them in a pretty clear way that this is an issue and it needs to be solved. So I see a hand up, yeah.
I'm assuming you're aware of the security conference in Las Vegas, DEFCON.
Yes.
And the fact that they recently, in the last 2 years, have gotten their hands on voting machines from both Maryland, New York, Nevada, and basically were able to completely just take them apart.
Yes.
Complete security rewrites, malware audits. Have you thought about having something that is a publicized hackathon, where the state government will give us machines to be completely disassembled and to be completely broken down for that purpose?
That would be a fantastic way to publicize this issue once we're in that phase of the campaign. What we see ourselves as into now is the data gathering stuff, because we have until September, which is a long time actually, to submit our request for a bill to Senator Frederick, and that's what we're going to be trying to do between now and May. Then sometime around May, we see ourselves as publicizing this, and that might be a fantastic way to publicize it, although there is one caveat, is that we would need to use the actual machines that they do use. There's about 40% of the state uses a machine called Clear Ballot, from a company called Clear Ballot, and we would need to probably get at least one of those machines if that's what you wanted to do. We couldn't just do a random machine. I mean, DEFCON, I think, they bought those machines on eBay or something.
Actually, some of them were also found because, like in the case of Maryland, where I'm originally from, they just left them back alley in the street one day.
Yeah, well, that was nice and convenient.
Yeah, that's how Johns Hopkins got theirs to.
I'd be curious what the companies are, and if any of the companies of the machines that they looked at were actually Clear Ballot.
Yeah, Clear Ballot is from Boston or something like that. It has a slightly better, aura around it, but you never know.
I think the one thing you need to
It's
realize
from
is
Boston.
that these hackathons are part of your data gathering system. Not to mention, network security and pen testing and infiltration requires you have that kind of scrutiny. And it's those bug hunts that are what you guys are looking for.
At least we found
And it's
something
not
from
just part of the
Boston.
public data, it's the fact that those bug hunts are your zero-day attacks that you need to watch out for.
Okay, that's okay.
So I would encourage if there's folks that have ideas or might want to help, or maybe might have ideas about folks that they can connect the campaign to, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more information, and then we'll stop, and then folks can talk to each other. But I would really encourage you guys to connect.
Just come to me right after the meeting is over, and I
share
can
some
take your
contact
names if you're
information
interested.
and
Okay, yeah, can I answer that?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the hacking, the fixing of elections through technology is much more widespread than people naively think. But, something very simple and elegant is that people like me who really question the legitimacy of government in this country, period, right now. It's just the simple fact that they require you to put a stamp on the, people that are lower income or are marginal voters say, it's not even worth the stamp. Why do we have to pay to vote? I mean,
Do you want to answer that question, or do you want?
I mean, that's an issue. You're probably losing,
Yeah, I can.
you're probably losing thousands of votes in the state.
Oh, you're talking about the paid postage,
paid
yeah,
postage.
that, well, actually, that is the number one campaign of our,
Okay.
Yeah,
that people vote.
yeah, it's the.
And that's where our aim is to try to make it possible for counties to pay for the postage of the ballots that they send out.
Mhm.
And the other
Yeah,
point,
the
I just
ultimate
wanted to
goal.
make, since I got you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
Federal law trumps state law, right? So if you're Oregonian on a federal watch list, these state laws that are supposed to protect your privacy are defunct, right?
Yeah.
They're over.
Yeah, you're making a really good point there. When it comes to the requirements that we put in law as far as what can law enforcement look at, what do they need a warrant for, and so on, when you pass a state level law, it only regulates state actors. And so that's why we also need the federal government to act to regulate federal actors. But, oh gosh, I think that my phone going off. Sorry about that.
And we actually live under
Sorry.
the national security constitution now.
But
The
yeah,
Constitution
so we
really
can do what we
only
can in
exists as a
state
PR
budget.
gimmick in the courts.
Please, can she just finish, because
I'm
we're
allowed
running
to
out of time.
comment too, just like him.
Sir,
And
please.
she was answering a phone call, so
Thanks.
cool your jets.
My alarm was going off. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we are at 7:30, and so I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of information and activity. If you want to do it, and give this to me. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit longer, and if not, then you can always take this and do it at home. So what I put together is a document that on one hand, it has, on one side, it shows you how you can find out who your legislators are, right? So in the state of Oregon, everybody has a senator and a representative. And then at the federal level, at the US level,
I
everyone
really have
has.
never seen this lady. I don't-
Guys, seriously.
Would you mind?
Seriously.
I'm actually having a conversation. Yeah, here's
Hey,
Guy.
Excuse me, sir, can we wrap up the meeting here, please?
Did I just say something, fat boy?
Sir,
Fuck
sir,
you.
Hey,
this is
please.
actually,
I'm leaving.
this is actually an event where we actually decide, we.
I was sitting here
decide
quietly,
who's here or not.
And he refers to me
Don't-
as
don't-
guys,
Your-
the
your-
three of you.
Your friends were also talking a whole bunch, so.
They
it
were,
would- yeah,
but so wasn't everyone else.
right.
Yeah, and then we're the only people that get targeted.
Sir, can you go?
We're the only people that get
So,
targeted.
I
You're
think
ridiculous.
folks in the room
What's your
can
name?
talk awesome about
Who do you work
hands
with
and-
even?
Please, sir.
Really?
And technically, this is actually like an event
I'm
where
not going
Chris is
there
actually
this second.
hosting this event, and so maybe
Just stop.
you can actually
Just
ask
stop
me.
touching me.
You don't need to put your hands on anyone.
Just so that we don't
Yeah, that's
disrupt this.
disrespectful.
Can I talk to you? I guess we don't
She's the one
I hear what you're
disrespecting
saying.
people
I hear what
and
you're
putting
saying.
her hands on people
Apparently she's not-
just because, yeah,
Do you
she's
see-
obviously an
I
abusive
apologize for
person.
touching you, but please, sir, would
You're
you-
abusive. Now, can we go back to where we were and you not getting on my ass just for saying a couple things that you might not like to hear?
You're
About-
disrupting this meeting. Could you leave?
That's the
No,
problem I
me
have.
saying that we live under a
You're
national
disrupting. You're not letting
security
anybody else speak. You
constitution.
need to get out.
When she's actually getting a
This is not about
phone
you.
call?
This is about a meeting.
She
for
was
other
answering a
reasons.
phone call and I simply said something and then all you guys jump on me. And you guys act like you're here for freedom of speech and the First Amendment and you care about
Can we-
digital rights or anything?
I hear what you're saying.
Can I just
finish
like,
now?
can I just like shut up and you guys
Okay, perfect.
carry on with your
Yeah.
You
meeting?
know, that's a bad
And
thing,
me-
argument by saying,
Hey.
that by touching someone, just gently touching them, saying, hey, can you move? That's
You
assault.
don't put you shouldn't put your hands on somebody.
It's actually
without
harassment
asking, yes,
under
absolutely,
ORS
it is.
code.
And somebody who has
Okay.
a law degree.
It's okay, really. Everything that anyone has to say is all that support.
Organization.
Yeah, sure.
Guess what?
Exit.
So have I.
Cool,
Okay,
I
okay,
will.
Please.
And who are you?
Just please. Come on,
Please
come on.
exit. All right, we'll go and call the police right now.
But who are you though?
Let's let her finish. Come, please.
Who are you though?
Okay, I'm gonna go call the police.
You can, and I'm getting my stuff and leaving.
Okay, hey, just let her finish. Okay?
All right.
I'm getting my stuff and leaving, actually.
Can you tell us about what you have?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So what, okay, so what I
Hey
put
Katie,
together
can you
for
come
guys,
over here
if you're
and just
interested.
hold this camera for a second while I pack up my stuff? Because these guys obviously don't value the First Amendment.
I think-
That's the
I think-
government
I think-
stopping you from
I think
speaking.
mostly-
Oh, shut up.
I think mostly what
Shut
we
up,
value
idiot.
is that when someone is giving a presentation,
fucking
folks
idiot.
generally raise their hands, and that's usually the way that only the problem.
Well, I'm people
Mouse breather.
Please continue.
I would just like to
As we
apologize
call
to
the
the folks
police
here
as
in the room
he's
who
trying
came
to
here who
exit and
wanted
pack
to
his
receive that
bags.
information.
He's
We
literally
unfortunately
gonna
as an
call the
organization have
police.
some folks who have a problem with us, and I guess that they feel like they need to have problems.
First Amendment. Oh, police.
Weren't you the one who was just screaming about the First Amendment?
Shut the hell up, dude. Shut up. I'll be outside to talk to you later, okay? So why don't you just shut up?
this entire meeting.
No,
I just
I didn't
wanted to say
actually.
thank you for doing
Actually,
that.
she
Oh,
disrailed it because
Really?
I
Is that-
dared to speak, so shut it.
I'm sorry, I don't think people.
Shut it, neoliberal garbage man.
You are.
You're neoliberal.